Hey guys and gals, let's take a look at this guitar with flowers by Lego Creator. This is set number 31156, and this set was provided by the Lego group for early review. So it looks like we get to build ourselves a nice baby blue guitar. We have two other models, a surfboard or a dolphin, looks like by a beach. This is a 3-in-1 model, and it's rated for ages 8+. So that means even I can build this too. And that's essentially what's on the back. So the surfboard looks pretty interesting. And there's the dolphin, but we're going to be focusing on the guitar because it is the main attraction. And don't worry, you will be able to get this eventually. Well, now let's open this up and see what we have inside. And we're going to pull out all the innards. Ooh, look at that. Paper bags. Cool. Okay, nothing else in there. Alright, let's see here. There's the booklet for the dolphin and the surfboard and this right here. Let's see if it tells us what kind of bags are in here. Of course, I can just count them, but no, it just starts you right at bag 1. Well, at least the bags are numbered in these creator sets, but they're only numbered for the main model. We'll set those off to the side. And there's bag 1. Hang on to that. Oh, we got bag 3 and bag 2. Oh, we got a miscellaneous bag as well. Well, it comes with these little cable things as well. That's nice. And from these, I think those are 1x6x4 Christmas arch. And I'm going to leave those in this bag. Why? Because we're going to unbox this all in one sitting. You know what? Maybe not. Let's see here. Well, yeah, let's split this up. But before we do, we're going to sort all this out, and then we're going to take a closer look at bag 1. Let's see what we have in here. And at least that tore pretty clean. Okay. Well, that's a color that I don't have a whole lot of, is this, I think that's light royal blue and dark azure. Okay. Oh, I hope that's not brittle brown. Looks like we got ourselves a 2x10, 2x6, 2x3 plates, as well as a 1x6 and 1x3. And several of these 1x12 plates, so that's pretty cool. We can always use those. And, okay. 1x6 flat tile and dark azure. Great for curtains. Got 1x4 plates, 2x3 plate in that. You could either call it aqua blue. I think that might be just light royal blue. I can't remember. I don't even know all my blues. Another one of those 2x10 plates. And some mud guards. Oh, I wish those were in a different color, but I have plenty of black. And some 2x2 plates with just the 2 studs. Not too terribly bad. Put that down there so we can see it. And, oh, these are in a different color. Look at that. 1x2 by 1x4 downwards angler plates. These used to be only in primary colors, but now I'm seeing them in oddball colors. As well as an upwards 1x2 by 2x2 angler plate. Pretty cool. A couple of these arch pieces too. And what else do we have in here? Inverted 1x2 45-degree slopes, a 1x2 plate with friction fork, and a 1x2 brick with 4 opposing studs, 2 on each side. So that could be used for plants. Get a couple of those. 1x4 plates. Like it's all common stuff. Downwards 1x2 by 1x2 angler plates, and 1x6 plates, usual stuff. Okay, well, we've already seen enough of that. Now we're going to open this little bag up. I do see some parts of interest, or POI, in here, what I like to call it. And, yes, I need these. 1x3 flat tiles in medium nougat. Why? They're great for furnishings and stuff. Then in addition, we got 1x1 flat tiles is half round, that's a quarter round. Okay, so we also got a few of these in that blue as well as the plates. Okay, And some 1x1 plates and a power cord that wants to rub against my leg the wrong way. Get that out of my way there. And then silver metallic radiator grill. You can always use those. And, you know, this comes with a lot of these. Number 1x2 rounded plates. Okay, as I say, 1x1 round flat tiles, but these have like an eye print. So the guitar is going to stare at you, especially when you're sleeping. Who knows? Downwards 1x1 by 1x2 angler plates, some 1x2 plates in various colors, including transparent. And 1x1 Technic brick. Well, let's see what we have in here. Yeah, it makes it more like a treasure hunt now with everything behind paper. Oh, wow. Look at all that. That's a lot of that nice light blue. Ooh, forget about the blue. I could use these. Remember the Amityville Horror House that I built? Those would work perfect to set in there. Let's see here. Oh, Lego, you're sending me scratched parts? Do I already have to ding the set before? We also got a couple of these in solid as well. These are actually in pretty good condition. And, okay. I was working on a tutorial and I needed some of these. Still not enough. And then we got some 1x3 of those as well. 1x16. And yes, it's a bedside unboxing. 2x3 plates. And a 1x2 plate with the lower Technic arm. There's some more of these angular plates. You get a bunch of those in there. And a 25-degree 1x3 slope. And some of these 1x1 by 1 1/3 brick with bow, and they do fit in here too if you really want to get kind of creative. And we got a couple of these 1x3x2 bricks with bow and arch, and 1x2 plate with friction stub, 2x3 plates. Oh, we get a couple of these 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bow. Cool. Yeah. Some interesting pieces in there. I think it's the color. Now, you always hear me saying I'm looking for oddball colors. That's the type of colors I'm looking for. Stuff you normally don't ever see. I grew up where there was only 6 or 7 colors in the Lego palette. You know, I'm kind of greedy. I want more. And we've got some 1x1 round flat tiles, some bushings, a 1x3 rounded plate with 3 holes, probably to shove the sticks in, which I can't pick up. 3 stud long 3.2 stick. So you get a couple of nose cones, 1x2 plates, 1x1 plates, and some of these little signs. You could also use these if you have a guy directing traffic at an airport. That's what I always see those as. Or for railroad crossings too. 1x1 by 2/3 slope or G slope. And we got some upwards 1x1 by 1x1 angular plates. And some, are these friction? Indeed they are. Friction pins with a stud on the end. That's pretty cool. Hollow studs. Some 1x1 flat tiles in this nice color. Oh. 1x1 bricks with 1 stud in this color. This has got that nice color. It's like a color you would use for like your pool or something. But yeah. Stick with holder. A 1x1 plate with a 3.2 stick. Now, finally, let's have a look at bag 3. Ooh, this one's got some nice parts. You already know what I'm looking at right there. These coral seashells. If you're doing an underwater theme, these would be perfect. And in addition, we got these palm tree leaves. Oh, forget about those. These even come in cool yellow. Yeah. Put those on your beach, you'll be set ready to go, especially if you're building a big Lego city. And some 1x12 bricks. Oh, parabolic ring, but this one's in cool yellow. I've never seen that before. That'd be cool for like making botanicals or something. And one of those little flower pieces, pretty cool. And a bright green, I don't know what kind of leaf this is, but these were a bit more jagged. You probably get the idea where I'm going with that one. And 1x12 plate, some 1x6 plates, and I've never seen this in olive green, a 1x4 brick with 4 studs. So it's probably the first for me. And we've already seen a bunch of these bricks with arch. These are just in tan. And an inverted 1x4 brick with bow. Great for making rocking chairs and stuff. And we have a 1x2 plate with the ball joint receiver. 1x2 plate with 2 studs and an inverted 2x2, or 2x2 plate with 2 studs and an inverted 2x2 by 2/3 plate. Got another one of these here. And I'm trying to hold my yawns in. This is a number 4 Technic cross-axle extender. 1x2 brick with a Technic snap on it. And 1x3, 1x4, 1x6 bricks. Okay, that's about it in there. Yeah, so far this set's got a lot of oddball pieces. And I'm trying my hardest not to yawn in your ear. So I'm being considerate there. I don't want to be like, whoops, you know. Okay, here we go. Some jumper plates. We get a 1x2 and a 2x2 rounded jumper plate. And 2x2 round plate. I need to get some of these leaf pieces. These are so cool. Remind me of those big giant ferns, you know. Pretty cool. Like something you see like in a jungle. You get 4 of those. And cross axle with balls. So let's go with the receiver and some sand yellow. Well, there's a sand yellow 1x1 angler headlight brick. Let's see if we can get a couple more in those colors. And 2 stud long cross axles, 1x2 plates, 1x1 plates, some 1x1 by 2/3 slopes. Okay, we got some of these bright green 1x1 plates with the 3.2 stick, 1x2 plate with the top holder. And don't worry, I'm not going to do the review right now because I'm getting sleepy. We got some teeth, white and yellow. 1x1 bricks, some of these pieces I've used for my pumpkin patch. They call it a handle with stud, I believe. It looks more like a thing that you would attach a shower head to. And some of these 2 stud long sticks with flange. And 1x2 plates with bow. And that's essentially what we have. Now we're going to take a look at all the parts we have just seen in the previous clips and combine it with this one. And honestly, this set has a lot of oddball color parts. That's always the stuff that I'm looking at. Especially for someone like myself that grew up with only 6 or 7 colors in the palette. I like to see different pieces. It's always cool because then your imagination can really run wild. But from what I can see though, there's a lot of unique pieces in this set. Not a whole lot of building bricks, but a lot of unique pieces, a lot of unique colors. And just these alone right here are pretty cool. So you get the cool yellow and coral shells, including this little flower piece as well. Lots of little pieces that could be used to enhance a Lego collection. Well, it looks like this is going to be a very fun build to put together, but tell me what you think of the parts. Well, I'm going to head over to my second channel, build this, then I'm going to come back here and we're going to take a closer look. Here is the guitar or ukulele all assembled, and it's a really nice, bright, colorful build. I like this aqua blue or light royal blue that they used. They also got the medium nougat and some silver metallic strings. Too bad it doesn't work. Looks like it does. And then we have 2 sets of flowers here, which gives us added color. And this is essentially what it is here. There's the back. Nothing too exciting back there. And that's it. Bring it up closer, you can see the flowers and stuff. Now this thing really just kind of spins around, but this does come off. Matter of fact, I could just pop this off and show it to you here. And this just comes off too. You could take that off as well and use this as is. And it just rests on this stand here. There's another one of those flowers. That's how they use the seashells for the flower petals, which is pretty cool. And there, as I say, that should fit back on there. I'm not that sleepy yet. And that's essentially what this is. It's just a display piece, something you put on a shelf. And just by looking at this, this would be a great little build for maybe a cubicle or a bookshelf, maybe like in a family room, or maybe in a Lego room or a Lego workshop. For a kid's room, maybe not so much. Maybe if she or he is into musical instruments like playing the guitar, I'm sure this would probably be a really good one here. Other than that, though, it was a very straightforward build. We're going to jump right on in here with the build quality, and up to the most part, this set is a very strong sound build, except at the very end, this flower here was being a problem. I couldn't get it attached to here, and this piece here will sometimes come off, or the pedal will come off. This one's pretty strong, this one not so much, but they're built the same. It's just how they're attached. And that's probably the only downfall of this whole set. Other than that, everything is just easy to follow. You won't get lost on this one. I didn't get lost on. Pretty good there. Build experience in this set was pretty good. It kept my interest throughout the whole build. I wanted to see how all this stuff was attached. So if you're building this set, you're going to be doing some snot methods on the sides, up here, on the stand. There's a lot of places to do snot methods or studs not on top. So there's a lot of things that you can learn from this set. Not a whole lot with play value with the set. Too bad you can't just play this, but not really a whole lot of play value. But you could probably drop this in a Lego City if you want to use it as a statue. Maybe put some more greenery around it, it'd be pretty cool. But it's just merely meant to be a display piece. As far as for mock building, not only there's a good selection of parts in this set, but you could make this into different colors. Make a whole row of these. It'd look really good. Or just add more of these flowers. These are pretty nice. So just get some more of these shells. You can make a white version of this, or if any of these shells come in different colors. I think they come in red. I can't remember. But you can do all sorts of stuff and clone these flowers and just make a bunch more to put around and really add some more color to this guitar / ukulele. Sadly, this set can only be built by one person, so it's not like one person builds the stand and the flowers and one person builds a ukulele. I'm sure you can probably divide this up, but it's very unbalanced. So you can't just have one friend build the sides and this, and it all has to be tied together at some point. So I'd say one person can comfortably put this together, but two, you'd have to get pretty creative on what goes where. So it's possible, but I would just say one for right now with this set. So my final score on this set is going to be a 9.5, only just because this right here was falling apart at the very end. I wish I could have gave it a 10, but that was the only downfall with this set in terms of build construction, was just that very end spot, the home stretch. This is when it fell apart. Other than that, though, if you're heavy into musical instruments or just like the way it looked, this would look great on a bookshelf. But tell me what you think of the ukulele guitar thing. Honestly, it's pretty to look at. So this may be a keeper. I just have to find a place to display it. But tell me what you think of the set.